Hello YouTube, my name is Kirby. Yesterday I had a very expensive, well not really expensive, it's a replication of a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. But if you ask me, I think that yesterday's Filet-O-Fish, the food presentation wasn't really that appetizing because technically I was trying to make the dish a little simple and follow the recipe as much as I can. So today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to go back to cooking without a recipe. I have no plans of what I want to do with this ingredient. So the special ingredient that we have today is shell scallop with roe. Now then, let's prepare this dish. So now let's start with the introduction of the scallops. From what I've checked in most fine dining restaurants, especially the Western restaurants, a lot of people they tend to have the habit of serving only this part of the scallop, the main body part. But in actual reality, this part here is called the roe. Well, this is called a female roe and this is actually called the male roe. So this part is actually edible as well. But I'm literally going to eat this later. So I already made up my mind that I'm going to barbecue the scallops, but I have not made up my mind on what I want to season the scallops with. Later, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just open up my fridge and see what I have inside there, and then I will just marinate it based on what I have. But first, let's observe the scallop really closely. Well, like I said earlier, this is actually called the female scallops, and I'm not even sure what this actually is. I guess it's pretty much some of the meat part of the scallops. Okay, so you can see that sometimes the scallops has this weird kind of coloring. I guess it's pretty much normal. I'm not gonna eat the shell anyways, so okay, it's kind of dirty. So some of the scallops actually has this weird looking brown color stuff. I think this is sand. Later when I clean the scallops, I'm going to make sure I wash out every single bit of this black color stuff. Now, I'm gonna start cleaning these scallops. Okay, first off, the most important part, I'm gonna be shucking the scallops, which is, I'm gonna say it's pretty much comes out really clean. Now I'm gonna wash it. I'm gonna give this scallop a wash. Make sure, I think this black stuff is really sand, so I'm gonna wash it all off. Okay, looks nice. You can see the scallop meat here. This is a clean male scallop. The meat looks really nice and shiny right now. I'm gonna give this a wash. Well, thanks to the color difference, I think the female scallop actually looks better than the male scallop. So yeah, it's kind of beautiful from this way. This one, the shells is kind of dirty. I don't really need to clean the shell because I'm going to barbecue the scallop anyways, but oh well. I wonder why this scallop is kind of orange and white at the same time. I heard some scallops are actually called hermaphrodites, which actually have both sexual organs. But oh well, I'm going to eat all of them anyways. Yes. Cleaning these black color spots. You don't really need to use a knife to remove the scallops from the shell. I think it's already sharp on the fisherman's side, so never mind. Washing this off. For the first set of scallop, I want to marinate it in the same kind of sauce that I used to marinate my oysters last week. I'll leave the link in the description below, and then you can actually see how exactly to make the sauce. It's the exactly same sauce. So I'm gonna put some mushrooms here. I'm gonna put it like this, yeah. And then some sauce on top. There, looks good. And some sauce, soy sauce. Okay. Scallops on top and some sauce. Okay, done. So the first set of scallops ready to be barbecued is done. Okay, I run through my refrigerator and I found this certain set of ingredients which I think is going to be suitable to be making the scallops. So what I'm going to do right now is going to be some lemon pepper seasoning. So I'm going to start with the black pepper. Grind some freshly grated black pepper. I wish I grinded this in advance. Okay, this should do. Olive oil. I'm just going to marinate around 3 scallops for this, so I won't be using that much. Garlic powder, salt, Italian parsley. Again, I'm going to give it only a rough chop. I really don't like having parsley as really chopped finely. I like watching the leaves and the small tiny bits of leaves. Okay, done. Parsley goes inside. Okay. Next up, we have lemon zest. So I'm going to grate the lemon zest and some lemon juice inside the seasoning. I'm going to use my leftover lemon to extract the lemon juice out of it. You know that there is actually more flavors in the lemon zest over the lemon juice. Anyways, I'm squeezing this in. Alright, so lemon pepper seasoning, done. So anyways, I think I'll be marinating 4 pieces of scallops in this seasoning because I actually like lemon pepper flavor anyways. So here I go. 1. The male scallop goes in. Okay, this looks good. I'm gonna place it back here. Okay, nice. 3 and 4. For some extra flavoring, I'm gonna put some more seasoning on top. Just enough. Nice. Next up, I have 3 pieces of scallops left. So I'm going to marinate it with black pepper, chili powder, butter and some cheese on top. So it's going to be some sort of cheesy seasoning. A little bit here. Some little bit amount of chilies. A cube of butter, which is hard. Okay, nice. Cutting the cheese into a quarter of each. 1 cheese goes here, 1 cheese goes here, 1 cheese goes here. Alright, 1 cheese I'll eat it myself. Alright, I can see that the scallops are really dressed up nicely right now. So the only thing I'm going to do right now is to leave it in the fridge while I set up the barbecue. Okay, here I go. I've taken quite a number of time to be setting up the barbecue. It's getting really hot here. I'm gonna start by barbecuing the lemon pepper. Oh boy, yes. I'm just gonna move this aside. Okay. Barbecue almost all of it. You can see that it's actually looking really good. It's cooking really nicely. Okay, the middle scallops, which is actually the hot ones, they are most probably done, so I'm gonna take it off. Wow, looks so nice smell. This one's obviously not cooked. This one's obviously cooked because the heat point I put it pretty much in the middle. This one is pretty much done. Kind of burn the mushrooms by a bit, but oh well. And some cheese. I'm gonna put this here. I'm going to put this right back. I don't think this is cooked. Now what is cheese without a gratin? Burn this. Okay. Done. So re-cook this. Okay, so now this should be done. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put this right here. Okay, the next soy sauce should be done by now. Now that's all that's left is the cheese. Oh man, there's a lot of fat coming out. Can't wait to dig in. And this one is going to be the last. Okay, this should be done by now. Move this aside. I'm gonna wait for this to cook. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Now I'm gonna get the scallops indoors before the flies actually come to my food. So here I go. Cooking done. Alright, barbecuing everything is done. Okay, now let's take a look. I'm gonna try this first. Let's see. I think I cooked this quite a while. The meat has shrank quite a bit. Well, I can say that's pretty much normal in between any kind of food. So let's see what the chili cheese tastes like. The roll is very smooth. This thing here, the roll, is really smooth. I'm gonna start again. This time with the lemon pepper. But this time, the only thing that I'll be eating first is the roll. Let's see what the roll actually tastes like. When I go to fine dining restaurants, people usually serve only this part of the meat. I have no idea why. But this roll can actually be a good thing. It's actually quite delicious to me just now actually. Okay. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow! I can say that the meat is actually kind of tasty. The taste isn't that much, but the smoothness of the meat is really good. Alright, now let's taste this. The meat part. Wow! So refreshing. It really is refreshing. The amount of juice that came out from the scallop, it all covers inside the shell. And when you drink it like a soup, wow, this lemon pepper scallops is really nice. Now, last time I made the oyster, I rated this sauce as the nicest among all. So let's see if it's actually come to think of it. Does the male roll actually taste different? Wow! Creamy! The male roll, it feels creamy compared to the female roll. When you eat it, it's like eating... Wow! Male roll tastes nice. Let's see. Scallop together with mushrooms. Let's eat it. Wow, very refreshing dish. The juice that comes out from the scallop, it really synchronizes with the soy sauce. There's a burst of flavor in my mouth. Oh, but right now I really want to eat this again. Well, this one, the meat shrink quite a lot. Maybe I overcooked it. But oh well. This is delicious. I can really recommend this dish. Now if you ask me to rate it, which one is the nicest among all? This one is the nicest, second nicest, and third nicest. Whew. So anyways, I'm gonna end my review now while I finish this dish. Whew. I'm done eating. In today's episode, we actually have scallops. The scallops are barbecued really nicely to perfection. I really didn't have enough of it. If you ask me to compare between barbecued oysters and barbecued scallop, definitely this barbecued scallop would be better. Number one is because when you barbecue the scallop, it comes out a lot of juice, and really the juice is more or less, it kind of end up tasting like a soup. And it's, wow, believe me, after you eat the meat, and then when you slurp the juice into your mouth, wow, the taste really is kind of bursting. It's really a memorable item. As for the roe, for the male roe is kind of creamy, and the female roe is kind of like smooth. And the meat, well, tastes like scallop meat. I've seen bigger scallop meats in the market, but they are only the meat. But if you ask me, I'd rather eat this scallop over the scallop with nothing but meat. Okay then, now I'm going to end the review on what I really feel about the scallops. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.